Installation of screw-down sanitary under tile hatches T34 Revizor. Required tools. Remove the hatch door. Drill the holes for mounting around the perimeter of the frame outside at a distance of 10 to 15 centimeters from the corners. Place the hatch frame into aperture so that the outer edge of the frame is flush with the wall plane where there will be decoration materials. Through ready-made holes in the hatch frame, drill the marks in the edges of the aperture for later fastening of the hatch. Take the frame out of the aperture. In labeling marks, drill the holes in the edges of the aperture. Plug the dowels into the holes drilled in the edges of the aperture. Put the hatch frame into the aperture. Fasten it with self-tapping screws. It is very rare that an aperture for the hatch installation is prepared perfectly. It is a normal situation when in process of installation, there are gaps between the edges of the aperture and the frame. They are eliminated in the process of decorating. It is important not to over-tighten the screws. Proper installation does not change the geometry of the frame. As a result of improper installation, the hatch frame is deformed. If you over-tighten the screws, the frame will be like an old TV screen in shape, or as masters say, like an egg. It is clear that it will be problematic to put the door into the hatch installed in such a way. Incorrect installation leads to the loss of the hatch functionality. Put the door into the hatch frame. Fix it with carbide. Tile laying. Firstly, the floor is put. Secondly, the door tile is put. The gap between the floor and the hatch flap is 2 millimeters. The best options of glue are glue for tiles or liquid nails. By no means is it possible to glue tiles on the hatch door with the silicone sealant. Sealant is elastic. It springs when dry. This results that rubbing between the tiles are poured. Incorrect procedure. Firstly, the floor layer is put. Secondly, the door tile is put. Incorrect tile laying leads to the loss of decoration materials, loss of the hatch functionality, additional costs to rework. Apply silicone sealant on the lateral edges of tiles glued to the hatch door. It is for depreciation of the mechanical impact at door closing. To this end, tile edges are cleared from the building dust. In the face of the tiles, glue masking tape on both sides from the gap at the perimeter of the door. Silicone sealant is applied to the inside of the gap around the perimeter of the hatch door by a layer of 1 to 1.5 millimeters. Thicken the sealant. You can simply slide your finger on the seam perimeter. Next, you need to wait for the complete drying of the sealant. It can take from several hours to a day depending on the sealant brand. Remove the masking tape. Cut the door aperture with a sharp knife. The knife should be held at an angle of 30 to 40 degrees, with the blade sloped toward the inside of the hatch. You should cut so that the detachable portion of the sealant will be on the edge of the hatch tiles rather than on the tile's edge closing the frame. Open the door and remove the excess of the sealant from anywhere except the side edges of the tiles. Revizor hatch is ready for use. Do you still have questions? Please contact us.